one of you said you want to become a footballer, so you can watch football matches, then you can listen to the commentators what they're saying about the football analysis. So basically that will also help you to improve your uh, English skills. That means speaking English fluently. So reading a lot, that will help you. Anything else to improve your English fluency?
by reading English newspapers.
Yeah, English newspapers. That's quite good.
Communication.
Sir,
Hearing
with
news is
talking with people.
Talking with people. Apart
Yes.
from that, reading, then we can go for the listening. Listening is very, very important. We are not
listening news is English
exactly.
news.
Yeah. We need to hear various types of English repeatedly and continuously. If you want to communicate properly, we need to listen to them, listen to the parents, what they are saying, listen to the teachers, listen to friends, listen to news readers, listen to commentators, listen to movies, songs. So then only you will come to know how the words are structured, how the sentence creations, a lot of things you will come to know by learning,
Grammar.
by listening. Yeah, grammar, how the grammar is constructed. That's very, very important. When you read a book, you uh, don't try to read a book completely. You need to just uh, specifically you need to pick a passage and read it continuously. Then you will come to know how the words are structured, how the words are constructed. So you will automatically you can tend to use in daily life. So you will come to know you will speak fluently. That will also help you too.
Me.
So the other thing, apart from reading, listening, and speaking, you need to don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sometimes you might afraid to speak in front of others, right? Sometimes your friend might tease you. You got afraid. You might fear about public speaking. Don't don't shy to speak. Just your goal is to deliver a message, not to speak perfect English. Nobody is going to speak perfect English. Just speak spontaneously, just convey the message, deliver a message. That's very important. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just talk. That's it. Because you need to convey the message. Wherever you go, you want to share the information. Nobody's nobody's going to look after your grammars and vocabulary and a lot of things. Just convey your message. You start speaking right now. With so the other thing I would say, practice. One of you said practice makes perfect. Exactly. Yeah. Once you come to know these all fact, reading books, listening to the voices, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. So once you start practicing in this way, you can speak fluently. That's the most important thing. So we all need to spend a particular time. We should spend a particular time improve your communication. Communication is much important than anything. Communication, when you start to communicate, you will get many friends. You will get to know a lot of things. You will get to adopt a new culture. When you go abroad, you will come to know many things. You can meet many new people. If you can't communicate with them, then how are you going to speak to them? How are you going to get to know about them, get to know about the culture? It's very difficult. You can't even travel without knowing the right way of communication, because that is very important. English is a global language. People are talking in different languages. So basically, English is considered as a global language. So you must learn English in this way. So my final question is, do you have, as Dr. Gifty mentioned, do you have guts to fail? You said you set a dream with the goals. You are practicing every day. You are doing to achieve setting a smart objectives. Then you are setting a goals daily, monthly, yearly goals. So once all you did, then again failed, what are you going to do? That's my question is. Do
Try
you have
again.
the
Try
exactly?
again.
Yeah, that's a good attitude. Never give up attitude. You have guts to fail. You must have guts to fail. I'm telling you guys, fail big. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to think outside of the box. When you dream big, remember one thing, dreams without goals are just dreams. That may lead to disappointment, fear, that may lead to stress, depression, anxiety. That creates many problems, right? So you need to set a goal with your dream. You need to dream with a goal, okay? Dream without goal are just a dreams. We are just dreaming in the night, just a dream. So once when we are setting these kind of targets, dreams, we need to set proper goal within a time frame, set a smart objectives, set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. We need to set a proper time frame. Then only you can achieve it. Working people hard is what successful people do. You know the footballers Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, I would say. So he's one of the best footballer in the world. Lionel Messi. So you know the Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you hear that? I never heard that. I know that he conducted 1,000 failed experiments. 1,001 was the light bulb. So that's very, very important. You should have guts to fail. Nobody is going to conduct 1,000 failed experiments. Try again, 1,000 times. Can you imagine that Thomas Edison did? It's very difficult, right? I would like to take another example. After failed attempt to conquer Mount Everest, you know the Mount Everest? Have you heard the Mount Everest?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. Sir Edmund Hillary remarked, I will come again and conquer you because as a mountain, you can't grow. Actually, Edmund Hillary once tried to climb this Mount Everest. He couldn't be able to achieve completely successfully, but still he was the top person in that time. There is a appreciation ceremony was happened in UK or somewhere, and he was looking at the behind. There was a screen. It shows then Mount Everest picture. Then he said, I will come again and conquer you because as a mountain, you can't grow. Some of you might say, recently I read, technically Mount Everest is growing. I know that. But still, in that point of time, he said, I will come again, conquer you because as a mountain, you can't grow. But as a human, I can grow. So that's the motivation. You can imagine, rest is history. And lesson is to keep trying to achieve your dreams. Climbing mountain is not an easy task. How many times he tried? So finally he succeeded. That's what he said. I will come again and conquer you because you as a mountain, you can't grow. But as a human, I can grow. You can grow. You can achieve your dreams. You can achieve your aspires. You will become what you want to become. No doubt, but you need to follow some certain strategies. That's what I'm here to tell you. Set the smart objectives. Set your targets with a time frame. So whenever you're getting failed, just imagine you are one step closer to success. One step closer to success. Whenever you have failed, don't be upset. Don't be afraid. Don't throw it away and go back. Okay? Just think you're one step ahead or closer to success. This is what the two stories I said. First I said about Thomas Edison, 1,000 failed experiments. Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary remarked. I spoke about two examples, Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so they failed many times. So every time they're failing, what they want to achieve, they thought they are one step closer to success. So whenever you're getting failed, you need to think about it. You must imagine you're very close to success. That's what you are working, not working from the scratch level. You're working from the experience. You need to learn. You need to talk. You need to talk yourself. So that boosts your confidence to achieve your success, achieve your dreams. You will fail at some point of life. Okay, don't worry about it. You will fail at some point in life. You need to accept that. You must have a courage to accept that failure. That will help you to improve. That will help you to grow. That will help you to succeed. So you need to accept that failure first. Then only you will succeed. You got to take risk. I want to talk to you why that is very, very important. Sometimes you need to take a risk to achieve your dreams, to succeed your dream. You must take risk. Without risk, you can't. If you don't fail, that means you are not even trying. If you don't fail, that means you are not even trying. Trying is very, very important. One of you said, try, try, try. Finally, you will succeed. So you will fail and you will lose. You will embarrass yourself. If you don't fail, that means you are not even trying. So you need to take risk. I want to talk to you why that is very important. Personally, I failed many times. When I started my career in UK, I failed many interviews, failed, and finally failed. After 3 months, I got placed in a company. I thought I was succeeded. Never. They started a new set of challenges. My previous company was a British Asian company. There were many people works from different parts of the world. Where I joined, I realized my workers are facing different kind of problems, accidents, near misses, dangerous occurrences. For example, I would say 8 people got hand injured in 6 months from one packing machine. My company was a manufacturing company. So one packing machine, people got hand injured. 8 people got hand injured in 6 months. You can imagine how terrible the situation was. Literally, there was a poor health and safety culture. I don't even know where to start. I need to sort it out. As a health and safety professional, I need to sort it out all the problem. I want to find a solution for that. I thought I was succeeded, but I should find a solution for this company. At that time, one of my best friend told me with a great expression, to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Can you hear that? To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Can anyone say that? To get something you never had, can you on your tell on your
Sir, can you repeat it once more?
to get something you never had,
To get something.
You never had.
Get
you have to do something. Yeah,
You
you
have to do
have to do,
get something never had. You have to do something
never did.
never did.
never did.
That means you need to try in a different way. If you want to do something you never had, you need to try in a different way. Don't follow the same standards you have followed in the past. Just try in a different way. Initially, in that company, when I was working with my previous organization, as I mentioned before, I want to solve this problem. So I started to interact with my employees, my workers, around 100, 150 workers, interact with my employees to identify their problem. I started to finding a solution. I know that they are going to critical situation. The company is going losing there a lot of money, a lot of reputation, a lot of cost, direct and indirect cost losing. So basically, I just want to find a solution for my company. Initially, I started to interact. First, we need to interact with the people. That's a very important thing. Initially, I started to interact with my employees to identify the problem. There was a language barrier between us. The problem, again, problem, again, problem. There was a language barrier between us because many of them talk in Urdu, Hindi, Romanian language, Spanish, French, different kind of European language that they are speaking to each other. I don't even know that language. I only know the English language, just to communicate to a communication purpose. Okay, so how do I find the solution for that? Can anyone explain? Anyone know that? How I'm going to communicate with them? Many of my workers was speaking in Urdu, It's a Pakistani language. Hindi, there are a lot of North Indians that they are working. Romanian language, that's a European nation. Spanish and French. How I am going to communicate with them? Can anyone can guess?
Sir,
Talk to
English
English.
language.
Teach English. Sir,
But they don't
English
even
is
know.
a worldwide language, so all of them can understand English.
Exactly, that's one point. But they didn't even know English language.
By
Because they are-
hearing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what some of them know the English language. They come to know. They come to understand what they are, what I am talking, for the health and safety sake. But many of them didn't know the English language. Though how I'm going to communicate with them?
Sir,
Can
suppose
By
you are,
hearing.
Some
Sir,
by showing accents or signs.
sir,
Okay.
suppose the worker he only knows Spanish, sir. Then you should hire a person that
Translator.
who knows, yes, sir, who knows
Exactly.
Spanish and
Exactly.
English.
The Spanish person can't understand English, but if I'm appoint a person who knows Spanish and English, he can translate into Spanish and he can translate me into English. So basically, I can solve the problem with the communication barrier. I can sort it out. So in every language, I need to find a translator to communicate with them. Then only I can sort it out the problem. Then only I can communicate the health and safety message, the importance of health and safety message. The person who was working before, the health and safety manager, was what they do, just like imposing the health and safety policy. I don't want to do that. I was just encourage them to follow the health and safety policy. That's what the made difference. So what I come to say, another mental challenge is, once the language barrier I faced, because without knowing the language, it's very difficult to communicate with other people. So I sorted out the problem with a translator. Okay, I was using the Google Translator. So because once I typed all the information in English, then I used the translate into Spanish, Urdu, and French and Romanian language. I gave to them the copy. I make them understand. So in that way, I tried. That was successful. And also, as you mentioned before, I appointed a translator who knows the both language. I did in that way. So that worked well. Another problem I faced, another mental challenge is like, some of them discouraged me, like I wouldn't be able to work more than 3 months because the culture of the organization is just poor. I can't able to work more than 3 months. I worked for 2 years anyway, but at the beginning, they just like threatened me. I can't able to work for a long time. Okay. I just simply ignored the negative voices. Whenever you listen the negative voices, sometimes your friend might say, you can't able to do that. Okay. Just ignore them. Not make them enemy. Just ignore that voices. That voices is our enemy, not the person. Okay. Simply ignore the negative voices. And I still continue to interact with them with a purpose. And finally, I did a major accident investigation. During the investigation, I found where a lack of legal compliance, substantial weakness laid in the previous health and safety management system. So I developed new policies and procedures and provided training, and it is continuously monitored. As a result, 2018, and 2019, there was no injury, no accident, no criminal offense, and ensured compliances of all aspects of health and safety legislation, developed best practices, achieved recognition in world health and safety industry. The thing I did, I just completely ignored the negative voices. I tried to avoid the language barriers. That's what I achieved the success at the end of the day. At that point, I understood the importance of English language. No matter you got skills, experience, education, and everything, but if you can't able to communicate with people, you can't do anything. See, can you hear that? No matter you got skills, experience, education, and everything, but if you can't be able to communicate with people, you can't do anything. If you can't able to communicate with people, you can't do anything. No matter where you studied, what syllabus you studied, no matter what languages you're studying, state syllabus or other syllabuses, or good grade in your language, In my opinion, when your all mother tongue is Malayalam, so you can speak your mother tongue in your personal life with your mom and dad. At home, you can use. But when we come to the professional side, professional life, if you want to internationally communicate, you must learn English because it's a global language. Because English is a global language, you can communicate with people international level. So you must learn English. That's what I said. That's what we mentioned before. How are you going to learn it? Set a smart objectives. Every day you need to practice it. Practice makes it perfect. That's what you said. Okay. This is why I really appreciate this platform. Who works here with Sahidi International? I know they are working tirelessly. That is what we are here. Okay. I know one thing I know. Every school friends here today, you have the training, you have the school classes, online classes, and talent to succeed. But I'm asking you, do you have the guts to fail? You have the guts to fail? I'm still asking the same question. Like other people fail many times, Christian.